So this is a meeting about non-duality. Non-dual means not two. It's just a normal not two. And we are so used that everything is in two, like all the opposites, understanding, not understanding, good and bad, and everything is in two, before and after. It's impossible not to talk into. So when there's a talking, there's also maybe talking in the story and saying things, and there can be and thinking like, oh, but the opposite is also true. And it's not about the words. This meeting is, there can be a talking and maybe sharing things, and maybe concepts are not that strong anymore. But in a sense, it's impossible to say what it is, what this is. When I'm saying this is it, what is this? It's there can be saying like moving a hand or the table. It's one. It's only one. There's nothing opposite or other than that, and it's already like that. But when there's humans, they're able to abstract. And so when there are babies and really little childs, then they can't abstract. The brain are not good enough, sophisticated enough to do that. So then there's no awareness. It's just doing and feelings and everything. Not meing or things like that. It's just doing and feelings and playing. And then in a certain moment there can be a feeling of separation. That suddenly the brain is sophisticated enough to abstract, and then suddenly there's over there and here, and then there seems to be another person, the mother of the father or someone else, and I am here, and then the whole thing about separation is starting. And when there's separation, there seems to also the brain can abstract and can how can you say that? How can you make? It's not really making, but it's just an explaining and trying to say how that can work. It's then there's a me on top of that. It's a system to trying to deal. There can be becoming a system trying to deal with the separation, with everything that seems to be I'm here, and there's something lost. There's something not right. I have to behave in a certain way, and there seems to be free will and choice, and that can be learned. And it seems in the story about father and mother and all that. And then there's trying to behave in the best way you can, and trying to everything to do and to reach what seems to be necessary. Always busy with there's something wrong, there's something not right yet. It's the looking, the noticing is always there. Then it's like, oh, there's always something going on. Like I'm looking at myself, mentioning what's going on and noticing what's going on and trying to deal with that and how to do that, and maybe talking or doing therapy or talk with people about that. So there's always something going on, like a development, and a learning seems to be there, and it's needed to learn. It seems like it's very much needed to learn. And then there's this message saying, no, there's no separation. It's a misunderstanding, but it's so strong and it's so embodied that it's so embodied that it's seen like everything is in two. I'm looking to the world and I'm looking at the table, and it's my feelings. It's happening to me. And that feeling, I'm here, is very strong. There's no me. There's no you. That's crazy to hear, because when we hear, it's normal in the world with friends. It's always about you and me, and everything is about you and me. And then suddenly there's somebody saying, not only me, but some people are saying, like, there's no one. There's no one. There's no me. There's no you. There's no inside. There's no outside. There's only one. So there's also no outside or inside. There's no center. There's only one. This. And one is everything. It's everything. It doesn't matter what it is. It's everything. It can be saying or thinking, thoughts, or a cup. And life is not about you or me. Life is. It's energy going in a certain way. It's energetic. And it's going nowhere. It's not like we humans think it has a meaning and we have to do the right thing or things like that. Life is. It's like trees and dogs and chairs and bodies. It's just that. And there's a whole story. When there are people, there's a whole story about what's going on and what I have to do, what's the right thing and what's the wrong thing, and should do this, and what is this? Am I understanding it? Oh, maybe that's the me, and all that. It's always looking at yourself and trying to work it out. And in this meeting, there's no working out. There are no answers. This is not about understanding or not understanding or knowing. It has nothing to do with that. Life is just drinking tea. That's it. It's very simple and ordinary also. Nothing special about it. It's already there. It's already there. And that's talking about a loss. It's the loss is only that dream that was there in the thinking have a free will and I'm there and all that. That's lost. But it was already not real. So nothing is lost. And it's so simple and ordinary. There's no special thing about it. There's also no loss. There's nothing lost. It seems like there's something lost, that innocence maybe, or like little children. But there's only innocence. There's no one. There's no before, so there's also no time. It's new. What's happening is new. So no consequences, no responsibility. It's all in the story. It's only in the story of me thinking about things and this is right and this is wrong. I should this and I should that. There's only this talking without any meaning. What is said here, you don't need to understand or hear it or do something with that or remember it. No, it's already what's going on. It's already that what's happening. So there's no need to learn, no need to do anything different, to change. It's this, and that's the way it's looking, the way it's going. It's that. Doesn't mean it's nice. This is not talking about a good way or feeling nice or lucky, no, happy. It's what it is. The only thing what is said here is it's what it is. Feelings, trees, thoughts. It's everything. That's the freedom, that it's everything. It's unconditional. It's nothing is outside of this. It can't be not this. It's everything. That's the joy. It's everything. Life is, in a way, it's joy, not really wow like that, but it's in a subtle way. It's aliveness. But aliveness doesn't mean it's nice. It's aliveness is also being tired, or it's everything. So it can't be not it. It's already that. So maybe there are some questions about this or something else what you want to say. Please unmute yourself and then we see what happens. Hmm. And when there's not saying anything, then there's not saying anything. So what? Nothing matters. It's everything. So whatever happens, if there are a lot of words, maybe there are a lot of questions, and then you're doing it every time, then that's what's happening. When there's no question, nothing to say, not knowing what to say, then that's what's happening. It can't be wrong. Okay. Mm. I just arrived, somebody says. What did I miss? Yeah, I did say so many things and they were really important, so I'm sorry. No, I don't remember anything. It's just doesn't matter. I don't remember either, so what? Nothing matters. Nothing is important. Nothing is missing. You don't need to hear what I'm saying. Doesn't matter. Mm. It's already that. It's already drinking tea, moving, sitting, a table. It's not about you or me. So this is when there's meetings with thinking like I'm here and the other person is here. It's always about me and you and how to deal with life. And this is important. And what can I do? Because there's something not right yet. And I can learn and normally now we know it's not about right and wrong. So we call it a little bit different. So it seems like it's more relaxing or it's, I don't know, flowing. Doesn't need to be flowing. It's everything. It's not about something nice for you. This is not about you. It, it, it's not recognizing someone. There are no individuals. There are faces. That's it. Yeah, Pam. Please go. Unmute. You can unmute yourself.
Oh, okay. Thank you. This is my first time here. I'm so happy to
Hey, you're
be.
welcome. Very welcome.
Thank you. Yeah. I brought my friend Helen too. She's over there. It looks like she's sleeping right now, but that's
Oh, that
okay.
doesn't matter. No, she's not sleeping. She's
Okay.
waving.
I just listen to you and have the most fun is breaking the trance. It is so wonderful to break the trance. That's what's happening to me. And I want to ask you a question. I want to ask you a question about everything that's happening. Where is it coming from?
It's
Everything
coming.
that's happening.
It's it's an appearance, so it's coming from. It's nothing appearing as everything. It's nothing. There's only nothing, and it's appearing as everything, like waves and clouds and bodies. But it's also an appearance. All the bodies are also appearances. So nothing is real. That's crazy. So maybe we can imagine that in the world there's something not real. But this body, oh my God, that's something else. But that can feel so real and solid. And I'm here. Maybe I'm not here, but the body is here. And then hearing, oh, the body is also an appearance. Oh, what's going on? Yeah, there's no real, that nothing is real. It comes from nothing. There's no one side and there's also no distance, so it's not here and then it's there. No, that's how we abstract everything, so we can understand, and it is first this and then it becomes that, and this is completely out of the story. There's no distance, there's no time, so no before and after. Nothing comes from anything else. Also, no consequences. Woohoo, that's something. And it's this, and it's new, this, and it's already new. So nothing before, it's this. And it's everything. It doesn't matter if you understand or not understand, or hear it or not hearing, or anything. That what's happening. Maybe there's looking, then there's looking. Maybe there's a lot of thoughts coming up, then there's a lot of thoughts. So that's it. That's what's happening. It can't be not it. It's everything. That's the freedom.
So it just comes and goes all the time. It just appears and disappears. I mean, it seems like I'm seeing things.
Yeah, but yeah, of course. But it's not you seeing, it's they're seeing. And we assume,
right.
and that's how we do that as human. On top of that, we say, I'm seeing it.
Right.
That's it.
Thank you.
That's the difference. Yeah. Okay. Nothing before, nothing after. There's another method, high rows with no context. And if this is immediately, there's almost no room for stories or concepts, not even room for labeling emotions, judging anything. I would love to hear your thoughts on that. There can be anything. There can also be gossip, talking about anything. Of course, why not? Talk and judging. Why not judging? Then that's what's happening. Doesn't matter. But it has no meaning. Nothing has any meaning. So it's everything what appears. So it can be talking, oh, you saw that. It doesn't, it's empty. It's empty. So it has not any meaning or purpose or whatever. It's just empty. It doesn't, can be a me. And when there's feeling, there's a meaning in something. Then there's feeling or belief, there's a meaning in something. It can't be wrong. It's everything. So it's not those people have it and those people don't have it. They don't understand it yet. No, it's not like that. It has nothing to do with that. That's how we are raised, and we are doing like that. I was always thinking like, oh, I'm so aware, and other people are not so much aware. So it's always dividing in some way, comparing with others. Maybe I'm better. Some people saying, "Oh, I'm nothing." So she's always better than me, or all. It's always something comparing or dividing. And then there's this and saying, no, there can be stories, but they don't mean anything. What? Okay. Sorry, I have to do something with my co-host. Wait, I do it. He was out. I have to look for him. Wait. Oh my God. So now the technical things coming. God, they don't work. Oh yeah, so like this. Because he's on the. Oh my God. How do I do this? Oh yeah. I have him. More. I did it. So okay.
Okay.
Okay, and now I'm close with it. So now that's it. Okay. There can be labeling emotions. What? Yeah, that's when there's me and when there's that noticing, there's always something going on like labeling or thinking, oh, what is this? Or all those thoughts. It's energetic, has nothing to do with that there's a me doing that. It's already no me, but it's energetic. It's so going on. It's like when it's embodied, it's going like that. Doesn't mean anything. It's not right, it's not wrong. It's what it is, labeling. So then there's labeling, yeah? So life isn't interested in all that. Life is everything. It isn't interested in, oh, I like this more than that. And then some people make God of it. And then it seems like, oh, this is better than that. If you say life, it seems like more neutral. So there's nothing going on like this is the right thing or the wrong thing. It's everything. So there can be labeling emotions, and it can also fall away, but it doesn't matter. This when there's Roes and talking in these meetings, it's not better than anyone else. I don't have something that is more. It's more. Everything is lost. There's no Roes. There's no Roes. There's just maybe feelings can be there, but not Rose's feelings. It's somewhere in space can be feelings or emotions. And what is also lost is that ability to look at it. I don't know how to do it. just like that. And if there's a doing on, and when there's a labeling and noticing, then that's what's happening. So there's no difference in that. There's a difference, but that's it. Nothing is better. There can be a frustration. I don't want this, but that I don't want this. That's me. That's me. Me is the I don't want this. This is this is everything. It's not like, oh, Rose has now life. It's so quiet and peaceful. No, it's not like that. It's everything. So it's pain and and not about Rose talking. It's everything. It doesn't matter what it is. It's the same in a different way, in a Rose way, or you could say. Well, that's nothing special at all. So that's it. It's unique for every body, mind, structure. You could say that in the story. That's it. But nothing is better than something else. It's just different. That's it. We are so looking at it and seeing like, oh, this is better and this is not so good. And how should have done that better. Oh, now she's feeling awful because of me. Oh my God, it's going on and on. It's always about, I'm doing something wrong. Or can I make the world a better place? Or I have to do this because, and it's going on and it's endless. It's never good enough. It's never really satisfying because after a while, it's going on again. So there's something, and that's the third, there's something looking for always. But when there's me, there is that color, and that it's not even a color because then it's seen like, oh, I want to lose that color. Everything what I'm saying is trying to grasp it, and maybe I can do something with that. You don't need to do anything with that. It's already that. That's so amazing. You don't want to hear that. You doesn't want to hear this because it's so a whole existence about what you're doing and what you're going and all that. So this is death. It's the death of everything. There's no Rose or whoever. There's just bodies, appearances. That's it.
Can I ask another question?
Sure.
Yeah, I was just thinking, yeah, I don't want to take up all the time, but I just,
You can do what you want. Whatever happens, that happens.
okay.
Oh my
Anyway,
God. No.
okay. What I
No.
want to ask, I already know pretty much what you're going to say anyway, but it's fun to hear because I want to ask about forgiveness. There's a teaching, and I totally get. I've listened to you and others for quite a while, and I want to just hear what you have to say about forgiveness because there's a teaching that says that, oh, you can't be saved unless you forgive somebody, and all these sorts of things. So I mean, I'm just I would like to hear what you have to say. Thank you.
Yeah. There's no one. So when there's no one, there's only innocence. There's no one is doing anything. So it's when they're saying something, then that's what's happening. It's not saying, it's no one saying it, but the other person, you could say, or the other body, that's also no one. So there's nothing going on. There's no relationship. There are no relations. That's also amazing. We are so into relation, and this is my mother, and this is my daughter, and this is my friend, and all that, and all kind of rules and concepts about that, beliefs. That's when that's all lost, and it's a dream. It's a dream of me trying to behave in the best way you can, because then you're safe, or then you feel good about yourself. And that in the end, it's always about me. Everything is about me. Also forgiving somebody is about me. It's, of course, in the end, you feel good about yourself. And when there's no one, There's nothing going on like, yeah, this is good or not good. It's what it is. And there can be pain, or there can be somebody screaming at you, and then maybe there's a response or a feeling, and nothing is because of anything. That's also crazy, because we are so, when she does that, I'm feeling like this, and because of you and all that. Nothing is because of anything. So it's that, and already it's this. It's there's no time. So we are so into time and before and after and relation and consequences, and because of this is happening that. That's the story of me, is always like that, and it's very complicated and a lot of rules. Maybe you don't even know all that. It's amazing complicated. Me loves that complication. It's always busy with something. And this is so easy. It's so easy. It has nothing to do with anything. It's just what's happening. It doesn't mean that I'm saying, oh, when somebody is angry and I'm saying, oh no, there's no one. No, that's a new concept. I don't know what's going on. Maybe there's a screaming too, or maybe there's nothing saying, I don't know. You don't know. Everything what's going on is going on. There's nothing right or wrong. It's what it is. That's it. So this is not talking about forgiveness, because there's no one. So, and then in the end, there's only innocence. That's amazing. We're looking for innocence, and it's already what's going on. Not in a way we think it is, because we have a lot of thoughts about this is innocence, this is feeling freedom, this is happiness, always like that. But when they're saying it's everything and there's no one, then that's it. Mm. So there's a chat. Some people are saying that the world is in a kind of transition at the moment. That doesn't make any sense. Oh, no, of course, there's no world. There's only information about some other places, and you look at television and they say, yeah, there's happening something in Russia or something. Yeah, and then you close the screen and you go to the garden and you're completely only in the garden. It's where's the world? Where's the world? That we can imagine everything. So we can imagine about what is Russia, what is America, what is another country, France. And you go to that country and you walk in that city and it's just streets. It's just that. Where's the country? So that there's so many thoughts and concepts and beliefs about everything. And this is what's seen, what's heard. There's a hearing, maybe sounds. It's very literally. It's very literally. It's only that. It's very like a child. But and there's still an ability to abstract and writing notes for to go shopping or things like that. They're still going on. Well, forgetting it also. It's just that. It's very normal. There's nothing special about this. And that's what we're looking for. That's so me is looking for something special, something, no problems anymore. Or there's always searching for something. And so it doesn't want to hear it's already this, because most people, a lot of people sitting in these meetings or somewhere else, like, I want to find something. There was something I don't like so much, and maybe here is an answer. And then there's her hearing, oh, there's no answer. Yeah, thank you very much. I don't want that. And then, but there's somewhere, there can be a hearing or a resonance somewhere, because it's not new. It's not something, it's somewhere, it's known, it's somewhere, can be a resonance of this, and maybe not an understanding or anything, but and there's something about it, something like that. Yeah. Sometimes I get tired when people are talking, is somebody saying. But it's not because of people are talking. There can be tiredness, and there can be people talking. And we relate. We always relate. This is because of that. This is because of that. That's so normal. It's so on top of everything. And there's just tiredness. It can be. It's not your tiredness. It can be being tired suddenly. And then that's it. That's it. That's everything. No story. Me is the story. Me is making a story of everything. Everything is changing. Like there's tiredness, and then on top of that, there's already something else. That's that whole me. It's trying to deal with everything. It's energetic. It has nothing to do with you doing that. It's energetic. It's so convincing. We're so used to that. And then there's hearing this, and then there's there's another possibility. Oh. Mm. When that everything is lost, there's also no escape. So there's nothing going on trying to change or trying to get out of it when there's really that feelings or pain or there's it's lost. So there's also no escape. It's not only nice, there's no escape. So everything is full on. Me doesn't want that. Mm. It's trying to get rid of all that awful things. It's calling it awful. Even that is lost. So it's not calling it anything. It's that feeling maybe. And then that that's it. Mm. Full on full on sounds like it could be pretty intense. Yeah, of course. But it's full on is everything. It can be really small full on and really big full on. You can't say anything about that. Full on, the only thing I can say about it is there's nothing trying to change it. So then it's full on. But it doesn't mean it's huge. It can be very subtle and it's everything. There's no way to escape, no to change it. I don't know how to change it's not doesn't come up. So that's lost. That's that whole me structure is always busy. There's something wrong. We can what can we do about it? That's lost. It's a kind of contentment with everything. No, no, there's no content. It's not about accepting or content or no. That's when there's looking at it, then there's always busy with, oh, is it not, is it, this is okay. Or, oh, this is awful. Oh, there's something else on it. And when that's then when that's lost, there's nothing going on about how it is. It's just a feeling. Maybe I don't even know what it is, doesn't matter. Nothing is busy with trying to know what the feeling is or where it comes from or whatever. It just isn't there. There's nothing going on trying to change it or deal with it or anything. That's the no escape. That's full on. It's what it is. You could say that. There's so many ways to say it, but it's impossible to imagine how that is. You can't. I can't describe how that is. It's trying with these words, but they're never accurate. It's, yeah. So, what if wanting to change shows up? There can be a thought like that. Oh my God. Not, I don't want this, but oh my God, this is, wow, what can I do about it? Well, even that can, of course, that can come up and then it's gone and then it's forgotten and then there's nothing that picks it up or there's no glue that's lost. It's just, yeah, just lost. So any thought can happen, of course. It's everything. But it's not my thoughts. It's not about my body. And sometimes it feels like, oh, it's happening in my body. It can feel like that, or you believe like that, or maybe it's that. And then it's gone again. So it's not a special way of dealing with things or never thinking that again or things like that. No. Thoughts happen in space. So it's not my thoughts in this body, it's in space. So everywhere, everything can happen. It's not, it's energetic. So it's has nothing to do with Rose that she is in a certain way doing things or not. No. I don't know what's going on. What will go on. You don't, but okay. Mm. When there's pain, there can be going to the doctor, for example, or whatever. It's what happens. It has nothing to do with a decision. We think we decide everything. There's no decision. It's what's happening.
So I have another question if I can.
Yeah, sure.
Sure, about anger.
Mm.
Anger, and you talk about constricted energy. I mean, that comes, the kind of awe energy or things like that. And if it isn't, it's kind of like an energy. I don't want to put a label right now, but if it comes like an energy where you just you want to scream or get mad at somebody or something like that. I mean, without labeling it, does that have to be anger? I guess that the constricted energy that comes that blurts out and says things and does things and wants to run away from it because it's not good, because sometimes it's there's teachings or the culture or something like that says anger is not good and you shouldn't do that. Could you address that one too, Roes?
Yeah, but anger can happen. Anger, fear, joy. It's an emotion, and it's not from anybody. It's happening in space. We are so convinced that this is my body, and inside the body are the thoughts, my thoughts, and our emotions, my emotions, and that. And then there's hearing this message: the body isn't real. The body isn't solid in like, oh, this is are the borders, and inside I am inside, and I have a certain way, and I have to behave in a whatever way. So that's how we normally. That's our belief, and a lot of concepts about that. And then there's hearing this when that all those that when everything falls away, there's no belief. There's only what's happening. So that it's not about being nice to people, but it's not also a way of, oh, I have to behave in a certain. Everything is lost. So everything can come, but it's not coming from me. Maybe people will see that, but then they see it like that. Oh, Rose is angry on me. They can see that. Of course, that's what's happening over there. So then that's what's happening. There can be anything can go on. It's nothing is changing when that whole construct is lost. There's still that energy. It's everything is energetic, so there can be anger, people shouting at me or whatever, and then yeah, I don't know what the response is. Maybe there's a response, or maybe they're saying I'm sorry. Maybe there's, I don't know, can be anything. It's energetic, so there's no right way or wrong way to do it, and there's not seeing anger as something that's wrong. It's what it is, and can be painful, or maybe I don't know, can be. But there's no escape from anything. So it's everything, and there's not trying to deal with anything. That's what me does, is trying to be safe and happy and control about, so I feel good about myself and safe and happy, or nah, but content. But it's a construct, and it doesn't feel really good. There's always a dissatisfaction and a frustration about the world or other people or about yourself. It's always something like that, and trying to behave better, but there's always trying to control that, and try and believe that helps. It's endless. It's a never-ending story, and it's going nowhere. And that's awful. B doesn't want to hear that, because you want a development. You see, like, oh, but before I was like that, now it's going better, and things like that. There's always trying, but there's always that, and that's, so this is a complete other possibility, but it has nothing to do with you. And that's the only thing we know is about me in my life, in my story of my life, and how we go on. And then suddenly it's, oh, there's no my life. It's everything. You can't even get your head around it. You don't need to. Also, God, it's so free. It's amazing. It's that somewhere maybe that's also a longing for that freedom. You can't even imagine how that is, but there's something, maybe a remembering somewhere or in something. And then, but it's also really also like little children. There's no escape. It's everything. There's just, yeah. And with little children, there's no awareness of trying to deal with that. It's just everything is full on. That's the same. Mm. Oh, really? Look at little children when they're angry. And then 2 minutes later, they're playing like it never happened. God. Yeah. Well, maybe not with adults. Maybe it's not like that. Then it's not like that. Then people don't want to meet me anymore. Yeah. can happen. Then there's a feeling, maybe, I don't know. Anything can happen, of course. But that's already like that. It's already like that. The only difference is that we think we can control it. That's the only difference. Everything is still the same, of course. But there's no control. There never was control, of course. There never was control. And we are so convinced that we are living our lives and making decisions and doing things. Wow. And then hearing there's no control. God, that's can be something. Yeah. So we can't do anything wrong. There's no me. That's more it. It's not that I cannot do anything. There's no me. So it's just what's happening. There's nothing going like you do this. When there's me, it seems like, oh, and then there's also two things like right and wrong or like that. When there's no me, which is already like that, then that whole construct about right and wrong and two and is just lost. Well, we already know, most people know about all those books about I'm okay, you okay, and all that. There can be an understanding of that there's nothing wrong, and a lot of people are talking like that. But this is also energetic. So it's not only an understanding of there's nothing wrong, it's, yeah, energetic. Let's say that. Sometimes what you know when there's some beliefs and some about something, and then it's understood that it's not working like that, but it's still not really. It's just still going on till it's completely lost, something like that. So understanding is a little bit is just an superficial, but it's not superficial in the way that it's wrong, but it's yeah. Not only saying to yourself, like people say, yeah, this, they say to, that's now a lot of in on the non-duality meetings, saying to yourself, yeah, but this is just it. This is it. Or it's just what's happening, saying that to yourself. Yeah, that's just nothing. It's comforting yourself, like then that's okay. No, it's not okay. You say that because it's not okay. It's so then it's just then that's the feeling that there's a new concept coming, like we try to do that and you can't do anything about it. It's not wrong, but it's just a passion about that that some people are using that, like saying it is what it is.
Rose.
Yeah.
Yeah. So wouldn't is when you, if you say, because I hear that a lot too, is what it is. Isn't that just showing up too?
That those words saying it's what it is.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, because I catch myself doing that a lot.
Yeah, but
When
that's a
I catch
comfort.
a,
Yeah, of course, and that's a comforting. Yeah, but it doesn't matter.
I
It's not
know
wrong.
it. Oh
But
God.
no, it has nothing to do with this. No.
Yeah, that's
Mm,
what I see, and I love to hear that because it's such
mm,
a habit.
can be a habit, but it's not wrong. But it's just nothing, and it has nothing to do with this. But this is it's always that what me does, that me of that whole construct, that survival system, you could say, is that always there's something is happening, and then on top of that, it's immediately, it's so quick. It's, oh, this is what it is. No, it's a feeling, maybe, or I don't know what it is. Yeah. And you can't even mention it. Sometimes you don't know what it is, or but it's so strong, that mentioning and looking at it and doing something with it, it's so quick. We're so used to that. And that's that whole country. It's a busy, it's a bit very busy. We're always busy. A lot of energy goes in that story, that dream of me, trying to live it in a good way and feel good. And it's so busy, and it has no power at all. It seems like it's the most important. We are busy with that all day. It has nothing to do with life. It's just an extra thing. The life is just going on that. It's just that. And on top of that, there's a lot of oh, thinking about. It's not wrong, but it's a lot of energy going nowhere. Mm. Nothing is going anywhere. Nothing. Just is.
I have another thing. I know I'm going to say something again if I can. I'm sorry to take up so much time. Nobody's saying anything.
Well, no, that doesn't matter. It's okay.
Okay. Yeah, I share and talk about this because it seems to help me somehow, or I don't know, I didn't need any help. But the thing is that they'll say, "Oh, you're just spiritual bypassing. You're bypassing everything." And I don't believe it, but I would like to hear what you have to say about it. Can you say something about that?
Well, it's not. It's nothing. It's not a bypass. It's not spiritual. It's what it is. That's it. And we are so into spiritual, and this is the good way, and this is should be like that. And oh, you're doing something, and you don't want to feel everything. Oh, I know all that because I was
I
really
know.
into all that. I was so long in that, always trying to feel everything or not to feel everything, or judging everybody that didn't do that, and oh my god, I did that. Oh, and it has nothing to do with that. It has nothing to do with anything. It's what it is. That's it. And people say, mention, yeah, but you're doing like that. No, it's just walking. It's not even spiritual. It's not even doing. It's what it is. So, and people say, what are you busy with, Anella? Sitting. Yeah, nothing more than that. And not busy with all that. I was so busy with all those feelings and what happened and how did I deal with that person and my mother and everything, children. And then it's just moving the hand. But that's so simple. It knocks everything down. Everybody's so busy with all that what can change, and saving the world or saving yourself or healing or anything. So there's a lot of things going on because there's that huge understanding of belief that there's something wrong. That's you see it everywhere. That's the thing. And then everything comes up, like all that is coming up about trying to heal or save or whatever. And then there's this message, no, there's nothing wrong. It's what it is. People don't want to hear this because they don't want this. So there will never be a big audience. It's just, but there's nothing saying like this is right or this is wrong. It's very like a little child, like, what are you doing? Um, Moving my hands. It's just that. And then, oh my God, it takes everything out of your hand. And people don't like that. Some people don't like that, of course, because it's about nothing. And then, oh my God, it's out of your hands. It's no control. Oh, wow. But that's also freeing because that control gives a lot of stress also. Yeah. Mm. Yeah. It's the search. When there's feeling, it's a huge feeling. When there's separation suddenly, it can be a shock. It's like suddenly there's something, always everything is in two and seems solid and real, and yeah, you have to deal with everything. And before, in that sense, it's a story, but there was something going on, like, oh, nothing is busy with anything. So that's such a freedom, and like that. And then suddenly it seems like a contraction. It's like a contraction, and then it's embodied, and then it's functioning like that. Doesn't mean there's no contraction anymore. When there's everything is lost, there can be some contractions are gone, but it's not. There can be stress, or there can be some emotion, or like that. It's just normal. It's everything. It's not nothing is personal. There's no individual.
So there's no blocks to be removed.
No what? No?
Blocks. B-L-O-C-K. No blocks.
No. Maybe that's doing, but real in the real thing, like just moving. But not in the spirit. No, this is not spiritual at all. It has nothing to do with spiritual or religion or anything. It's it's too simple. It's just what it is. And that's very simple. It's not making something of it. It's a lamp. That's it. Drinking tea. Yeah. Mm. And what's lost also when me is not there, it's already not there, but when that's so obvious, that whole thing about this is right and this is wrong, it's just also gone. So there's nothing going on. When I was looking, just a story, but when I was like a woman, like most women maybe. I was looking in the mirror always my whole life, and I'm looking at my face and thinking, oh my God, this is not, wow, what could I be like more like this? And oh, I want my hair like that, and always something else. I wanted something else. I wanted this. Oh yeah. And then the next day I was like, oh God, it's not all that was happening. Of course, it was so much happening. And now it was gone. And then the funny thing was it didn't happen anymore, so there was looking in the mirror, but there was nothing going on with that. So there was no looking, saying something about thoughts about that. And then after I don't know, half a year, maybe longer, then suddenly I was talking with somebody and I was noticing like, oh, that's not going on anymore. So it's so simple. It's so ordinary. It's not even noticed that it's gone. Yeah, that's amazing. It's just a phase. Ah, another chat. So we are smarter than the spiritual and the religious people. Yeah, we are so smart. We are better. We want to hear that. There's another chat. In a way, it sounds like this is all a big yes, not by anyone, just in itself. Yeah, yeah, mm. Yeah. It's a celebration.
Okay, can I ask another question then, Rose?
Of course. Yeah.
Okay, I think there's feedback someplace, somewhere. I'm not sure where it is. Okay, now it's better. Okay.
Mm.
So there appears to be, let's see. no meaning really to anything unless somebody wants to put a meaning on it, then that is just showing up, appearing, if somebody wants to put a meaning on it. But if I don't put a meaning on something, then I might hear, and there's no I know there's no me, me, but hearing shows up that there is meaning with some deity. Some deity will give you the meaning of everything somehow. So I mean, I want to hear what you have to say about that. I mean, meaning of things can show up, I guess, but then if I say that no meaning shows up for me, then actually there's teachings or people, apparent people or something that say that there is it something bigger than you that has a meaning for it.
Yeah, what this is, it never has any meaning. So there can be a thinking like, oh, but this has meaning for me. Then that's what's happening. But it doesn't mean then that there's a meaning. It's a belief that there's a meaning, and then that can happen. But there's no meaning at anything. It's what it is. It's very obvious. It's just that. And there can be on top of that giving a meaning and believing it has meaning. And it's important because it has meaning. And so it goes on like that. Then that's what's going on. What there's no need. Yeah. When maybe people say that to me, I don't know what will be said. When people say, yeah, but it's really important, then yeah, I think, yeah. So yeah, that then people can think that there's nothing going on, but like this is right, and then other people still thinking there's a meaning, and that's not yet. They're not as far as me or something. No, then there's a belief. Then that's what's happening. It's everything. So believing it has a meaning and it's very strong and convincing. Of course, that's what's happening. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just what's happening. This is not better. This is different. I don't know. And so there's no comparing. There's nothing being busy with comparing or, yeah, there's nothing better than anything else. I can't say anything more. Nothing has any meaning. It's what in the story there seems to be. Oh, but this is important. I have to I have to earn money. That's very important. When that's going on, then that's going on. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Of course, this is not trying to convince people that it's different. No, then it becomes another belief or another teaching. This is not a teaching. It's only a describing. That's it. And it's not about seeing it. It's a describing, and then that's it. And yeah, it's no one talking, but there's also no one talking to. There's no purpose in this meaning. I don't know what's going on. I'm not busy with that. It's just then there's coming up all those words. Maybe there's a question or somebody saying, and then whoop, there's coming a response, like everywhere, not different. And then that's what's going on. There's no purpose or no trying. It's just that. Yeah. Even this meeting doesn't have any meaning. It's not important. What's going on? Then there's closing the screen. The closing the computer, that's what's happening, is it? So nothing to do with everything what's said here. It's no importance at all. It's closing that computer. That's it. And then walking. That's it. That's it already. What you don't need all those words, what's being said. You don't need anything. It's what it is already. So there's talking, and then there's making coffee or a lot of thoughts coming. Then those thoughts are happening. It's not your thoughts, but if you think but yes, it are my thoughts, then that's what's going on. Nothing is wrong. Nothing is right. I don't know. I don't have the truth. There is no truth. I don't have anything. This is nothing. nothing speaking, but it's not only here, nothing speaking, it's everywhere. It's speaking, it's tabling, it's sitting, it's buddying, it's that, it's treeing, it's that. That's the celebration. And it's a celebration of everything. It doesn't matter what it is. It really doesn't matter what it is. It's everything. That's the freedom. That's the freedom. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Roes.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Susie.
Rose. Thank you so much.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank
Thank
you.
you.